it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're just chilling, okay? We're gonna chill and talk. I'm gonna update you on my current writing situation, what's been happening the past month, and just my life in general. I hope this is interesting and not boring for you. I feel like a lot of my videos recently have been like pre-filmed and kind of like scripted lists and things like that. You know, all that stuff that happens at the end of the year. But I just wanted to have a video where we just kind of sat down with each other and chatted, caught up with each other, you know, shared the 411. So I hope you guys had a great Christmas and a great New Year's or whatever holiday you were celebrating. Mine was really great. It was really relaxing and cozy this year. I feel like this is one of the first years since I've been an adult that I've really been immersed in the holiday experience. Like, I made sure that me and my husband and all my friends did a lot of Christmassy activities every week, so it made it just really fun. Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys my favorite gift too. Hold on. So this is not maybe the most timely of gifts, you know, since J.K. Rowling can't seem to keep her mouth shut. But my favorite gift this holiday season, which was actually a birthday gift because my birthday's on December 21st, was from my husband, and he got me an original UK edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This story is honestly the most precious, and I just have to share real quick. So I always talked about wanting an original like first edition Harry Potter book, but it was one of those like nebulous, like, oh, maybe I'll get them one day, you know, when I'm rich and have a big girl job. My precious baby husband went out and searched the internet trying to find one on Amazon and couldn't find an edition or a print run that was like close enough. So he got in my Harry Potter books on my Harry Potter shelf, opened up a book and went to the copyright page and found the publisher and called the publisher in the UK. He called Bloomsbury. That is just the most precious, adorable thing to me. But anyway, the publisher connected him with a local collector, and so Brian emailed the collector and he ended up buying this copy from the collector, and it's honestly, it made me cry a little bit. I love it. It's so beautiful, and the story behind it is just precious that he called the publisher. Oh, it's just so sweet. He wouldn't tell me how much he spent on it, and I don't know if I want to know. I guess another thing that's happening with me is that I have already started one of my New Year's resolutions, that I wanted to be more artsy with my bullet journal, and I'm forcing myself to do that. And it's been fun so far. I'm really liking that. It's been a great way to be creative, but not be spending all of my creativity on writing. Oh, also, I got an x-ray. I got my first freaking x-ray, like 5 years of going into the neurologist, and they finally took an x-ray of like my skull and my neck, and it I am so deformed. We actually passed around my x-ray around Christmas dinner. I was like the circus freak. Everyone was just looking at it. It's so bad. I have a 13th rib. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. I did not know that until I got my x-rays back. I have 13 ribs. Most people don't. Get down, Wiener. Wiener, get down. Wiener, get down. Cats never listen, do they? What can I throw at her that's light enough not to kill her, but enough to scare her? Okay. Yeah, I just have an extra rib like growing out of my neck. It's totally fine. So that was fun, but overall I am doing better. This year is gonna be, my word of the year is like balance, and trying to find that equilibrium between writing and health in general. I'm changing a lot of things up. My sleeping schedule is gonna be more regulated. I'm going to make sure I'm eating as much fruits and vegetables as I should be, and just moving regularly, especially with this new workout regimen. Like, you know, I'm gonna give me some traps, yo. Also, some of you lovely people have been asking about Epi because you miss her. Don't worry, honey. She's right here, and she's very well accessorized. I love her so much. Welcome, new subscribers. If you didn't know I was like hella weird. Hello, here we are. Also, it is my pleasure to announce that Epi is no longer an only child. She now has a plethora of siblings. Should we do a Fugler montage? I think we should do a Fugler montage. 3, 2, 1, go! Charcuterie, goat, plum bob, colloquial, the husher, blurch, blurch. Epi, my darling fashionista. Then I have all my decapitated heads, which were formerly on the Christmas tree as ornaments, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you who they are anyway now. Guillotina, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, Mary Queen of Scots, Christopher Walken as the Hessian, Ned Stark, Squidge. Oh, I guess another thing that's happening in my life is my ceiling is finally getting fixed. In a vlog I mentioned that my ceiling started leaking right before I left for BookNet Fest, which was terrible. And they're just now getting around to patch it, so Isn't that fun? I am kind of petty though and still kind of mad about it. So like I put Guillotina here and they will be working under the watchful eye of Guillotina. Vengeance is a gossamer thread, my friends, and only the most sadistic of us can weave it. Okay, now that I've like sufficiently weirded you out, maybe we should talk about more writerly type things. So as many of you guys know, I have been taking a pretty long break from writing. I got really burnt out last year. It was this whole big thing. I made a video on it if you're interested in commiserating about burnout and like overproductivity and things like that. But basically in 2019, I worked myself into a corner and I was so tired that by the time November rolled around, I just had nothing left in my creative will, either one. I just ended up taking all of November just to outline a book, and then in December I took that whole month off. I did not do any writing whatsoever. I just read and relaxed. And now it's January, and the goal was to start writing on the 1st. I was gonna start drafting the odd book or whatever new story I felt like I was ready to write. But here we are, January 7th. A couple things I've learned is that monthly goals or just like time in general is so arbitrary. Like saying I would be ready and this burnout would be over by January 1st is such a dumb thing, because like, does January 1st like really even exist? Does January exist? Does time exist? I just realized that this past week I was not ready to dive into a new project. That would just take mental bandwidth that I don't currently have. I guess that kind of leads into the next thing about what I've been doing. I did kind of secretly decide to work on a little bit of When the Sea Came for Us, which is my YA dark fantasy novel that is currently in the query trenches. I know I haven't really updated on that. Again, it's just because I don't want to update when I don't know what's happening with the book, and I've been secretly documenting the entire query journey, so you guys will eventually get to see that whole vlog. Being as undetailed as possible. A lot of responses, a lot of rejections, and quite a few requests, which I found surprising. I've talked about this before, but like, I'm trying to query, traditionally publish and query a fad disabled mermaid book, and mermaid books like just don't sell. And if they do sell, they sell to small publishers or presses, some so small they like don't even give advances, or they just give tiny advances. It's rough. I kind of knew going into this like it's gonna be rough trying to find an agent with this book, but yeah, I was shocked with some of the responses I've got, which are good. Can you tell I'm uncomfortable? I'm just like, but anyway, I have gotten quite a few partial and full requests, and I have gotten quite a few rejections on partials and full requests. So I just decided, since I wasn't really ready to dive into a new project, that I was going to look at some of that agent feedback that I got, because some of the agents were really great with feedback and like why they rejected. So I decided to reread When the Sea Came for Us and take notes with what the agents had to say in mind, and think about possibly doing another round of revisions before I send out any more queries. And my thing about When the Sea Came for Us is, even if it never gets an agent and it never gets published or anything like that, like, it's the book of my heart, and it's the book that I needed, and it's a book that I needed when I was like 16. So I'm gonna work on the book for me and perfect it for myself because I love it, and I'm gonna write the whole series one day, again, even if they never get picked up, like just for myself because I love them. So that's basically how I decided to kind of ease my way slowly back into writing. I don't know how long the revisions for When the Sea Came for Us are going to take. I don't know exactly how extensive they're going to be. I'm of two minds about the whole thing, because there's a very small part of me that's like, Lindsay girl, you need to be working on a book that you can get out there and put in the query trenches and like try to get an agent on and that you could possibly sell and get your career going, and not work on this book that's probably like DOA, you know? But I'm trying to reason with that part of myself by saying, if I wasn't working on like a lighter revision like this, if I wasn't just doing a read through, I wouldn't be doing anything at all, because like I said, I'm just not ready to start into a new project. I don't have the mental bandwidth for it yet. I'm not fully healed from that burnout. So if I wasn't working on When This Came For Us, I wouldn't be writing at all, so it's fine. At least I'm doing something productive. I'm sorry if this video was so bad. I just kind of turned on the camera and started rambling, but I missed you guys and I missed talking to you, and I just wanted to like let you know what was happening in my life, because I love videos like this, because I always get to be nosy and find out the 411. Let me know down in the comments, like, what's going on with you? How is your writing journey going? What good books have you read this year? What are you excited and looking forward to in 2020? Let's just chat and be friends. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching and putting up with this. I love you guys so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next one. Bye!